Hello and welcome gamers to another episode. My name is Ryan, aka Vidja Gamer. This episode we're going to do something a little bit different. I was hit with a tag video by my good friend Nate, Cartridge Fun here on YouTube, for the most expensive NES games in my collection. I think his working title for the video was like my top 5 rarest, most expensive, uber, hyper, turbo plus edition. Something like that. I don't know. I'm going to simplify it, and I'm just going to go with the 5 most valuable games in my NES collection, and I'll go through them from least expensive to most valuable. I won't list the prices for a couple of reasons. One, it changes all the time, so depending on when you watch this video, they might not be accurate. And I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. I'm not. These are just happen to be in my collection, and according to price charting, these are the most valuable that I own. So let's get into it. And then at the end, I will pick a few other people to do this video as well. And if you haven't seen Nate's original video, I highly recommend going back and checking that out. He's got some great games. I will leave a link to that in the description below. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, number 5, we've got Tengen Tetris. This is, of course, the unlicensed version of Tetris that is harder to find after Nintendo squashed Sony's attempts, Atari's attempts at selling unlicensed games for their hardware. Next up, we've got one that I just picked up more recently, that is Chubby Cherub. Why are you flying around as a little naked dude? Because reasons. And then we've got another awesome one here, Zen Intergalactic Ninja. I really like this game. I will say though that like the pseudo 3D camera angle makes this game a little bit difficult to play, but it's still a really cool one. And then number 4 here, we've got a great game, one of my favorites, Bucky OHare. It was a very short-lived cartoon series, comic book series also, I believe, and this game came out of that, and it is awesome. Super challenging, but super fun. Can't recommend it enough. It's probably one of those games that, even though it's expensive, it's probably worth the asking price just because it's that fun. I would recommend it. If you don't want to pay up for it, emulate it. It's great. And the last game, one that you might be kind of surprised by, is Arkanoid. And you're probably thinking, well, that's like a $6 game. How is that the most valuable on this list for you? Well, this is the complete big box edition with the mouse controller. This is very uncommon. It's really hard to find this. The mouse controller itself is hard to find the whole box intact, manual game, everything. You just don't see it. I've gone to a lot of gaming conventions. I've never seen it there. I just happened to find this at a local pawn shop one day. And it's also my wife's favorite game on the NES, so of course I had to get it. And I'm really happy to have this in my collection. It's a very uncommon piece. So yeah, Arkanoid, who knew? Alright, well there's my top 5 most valuable games in my collection. So I'm going to pick a few people in no particular order. We're going to tag Musty Hobbit, aka Second Breakfast, Nintendo Hodge, and Pocket Rocket Radio. I will leave a link to their channels, and I'd love to see what you guys have in your collection for your top 5 most valuable games. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.